A filet mignon with a caramelized and tomato tatin. Right, we're gonna have to season this. You have to be super generous when you're doing it. For the sides, we're just gonna mop up, really coat it. We're gonna water bath it, so it can be about an hour in 135 Fahrenheit. Gonna pop it in here. Also gonna add some butter and some aromatics. A little bit of garlic. Just crush it before you shove it in there. So there's the backpack machine. So now it's all sealed. Basically, when you're backpacking, you don't want any air in there because it will create little bubbles, and the water, when it's water bathing, won't get to all of it, so you'll be a bit uneven. We're gonna pop it in the water, 135 Fahrenheit, for about an hour. So we're going to make the caramelized red onions in the balsamic first. So these will be in the center of the tart. They just take a little while. Doesn't really have to be perfect because they're going to break down so much under the heat. Right. Water. Let's go with this. 50 mils. Some balsamic. Some sugar. Low heat. So we've got the sun-dried tomatoes. So this is going in the base of the tatin. They're quite vinegary, a little bit tart. It just takes away from the sweetness of the onions. They don't need to be cooked. They're fine as they are. They're cooked within the tart. And now the onions are fully caramelized. They have this sort of consistency. We're going to bind the dish together, some carrot puree. Here, very simple. So they need to be roughly chopped because they can't be too thin. They'll cook much quicker. They don't really absorb all the white wine and the butter that they're going to be cooking in. Not doing them any justice by cutting them super thin. So messy, so messy. We love it, we love them. We're going to add some butter. So we've got the roughly chopped carrots in with the butter. We're going to go with a lot of white wine. These should cook in majority wine, 40 mils of water. Pepper, salt. So we're just going to cover it with foil. Low heat once again. And then we're going to leave this, probably going to take 40 minutes. You really want the carrots to just be like falling apart. Don't want any kind of crunch left in them because otherwise you can't really get a smooth puree. Any puree you're really doing, it just needs to be as smooth as possible. So after it's fully cooked, it's all falling apart. We're just going to give it a quick blend. So now it's all blended, it should be really smooth. And this will just, looks great on the plate, but it also binds the whole dish together. And honestly, it's pretty fantastic. So we've got a sheet of puff pastry. You don't need a lot. A little ring cutter. And then we're just going to set them to one side. First up, we're going to go with some slices of tomatoes. Just one slice in the bottom. We're then going to go with our caramelized onions we made earlier. On the top. And then with our sun-dried tomatoes. We're just going to put that piece of puff pastry around it, kind of like making a little ravioli without the base. Put a little hole in the top of these and then put them in the oven for about 20-30 minutes, 180. They don't need any egg wash or anything. Obviously it will make it look nicer, but they're going to be turned upside down, so you're not going to see it. All right, we're going to check on our tatin. Oh, she's perfect. We're going to let her cool down. I think she's ready. Just going to open the bag, gently take her out. And we're not going to throw this away. We keep this because this has got all the juices from inside. So you want a cast iron pan, and you can see it's already smoking. It has to be on absolute max heat in order to get the right sear. And then we're going to drop this in. It's already cooked perfectly in the middle, so we really just want that edge, and you can smell it coming off there and all the aromatics. I'd say about a minute each side, check it. We got ourselves a little oil fire. Don't be scared, don't try and blow it out, because it'll just go everywhere. Fire is flavor, baby. Flip it over. Steak is seared. It's got a nice crust on it. And we're gonna let that rest now while we finish the sauce. So now we're gonna finely dice some shallots. First we go lengthways, and then we go horizontally. If it doesn't look like that, do it again. Do it again, but better. Got a bit of oil in there. Add the shallots. Get a little bit of colour on them. A little wine. You want that red wine to go right down till all the alcohol's burnt off a bit, and it goes into a syrup. Right, now all the wine's completely reduced down. They're kind of just soaked into the onions. It's going into like a little syrup. We're going to add back all that butter and juices that came off and let that bubble away. This is a beef jus that I made, and this takes about 2-3 days to make. I will do a video on it, I'm sure. It's just from the Wagyu bones. You add this. This is what gives the body to the sauce. Put it back on the heat and let that reduce down. Now the steak's rested, we're going to slice into her. I think we nailed it. I'm going to start with the carrot puree. Go from the center. We're going to sit here with the tatar, and we're going to come in with our steak. Our red wine jus, watercress, filet mignon with a tatar done with caramelized onion and sun-dried tomatoes, accompany the carrot puree and the red wine reduction. Let's give it a try. Oh. It's so good. Me. Honestly, I think I nailed it.